Not a thing. Um,
uh, yeah.
all right, cool. So I can lead us in then, I guess.
Yeah, let's go.
Um,
Oh, hang on. What's going on over here? I just realized I've got more couches here. Will's couch. Just What
let
is
me move
that?
them out of the way. It's
I
like
was
little is
uh,
that
uh,
is
seats.
that
It's little
mini
kid
furniture?
seats.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
So good. All right, I'm profesh now. Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Heather with the European Organization Design Forum, and we are getting ready for our annual conference in Milan in 2 weeks from the 15th to the 16th of November. And I'm super excited to be here with Damian and Tim from the OrgDesign podcast.
Yeah.
They are partnering with us, they will be at the event, and we're really looking forward to seeing everything that unfolds. And maybe you guys can tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing at the conference.
Yeah, sure can. So we went to ODF a few months ago in St. Paul, Minnesota, and we brought the Org Design podcast there and loved it. It was really fun and engaging. And I thought it was a great way to kind of hear the stories of some incredible people that came to that event. And on reflection, I was sort of really humbled that we could bring the highlights and learnings from that group of people to sort of thousands of people around the world who couldn't be there and thought I was at EODF last year and really loved it and thought now's a great opportunity to do it again.
Mm. Yeah, I'm super excited to come along. Damien's been raving about his experience at EODF last year. So I think regardless of what we're doing the podcast, I would be along with Damien this year. I'm really looking forward to being a part of the community, listening and contributing. But we're just super psyched to be in Milan. I've never been to that Italy before. I can't speak any Italian. So if you want to come up and educate me on the ways of Italy, please do while you're at the event. But in seriousness, for those of you who don't know what the Org Design podcast is, we have the privilege each week of interviewing someone, either an expert in the org design workforce transformation profession or a leader that is experienced in leading transformation and org design in their organization. And we get to share a little bit about their story, what they've learned, to an audience of people that have a challenge or a need around org design in their organization that are looking for answers. So we essentially get to listen and help people share their story to leaders that need it. We have about 15,000 people a month that listen or read across our content sites looking to solve their org design problems. And so we just think it's such a great way to help share people's stories. And we're really excited to be able to do that at EODF this year.
Mm.
Hmm. Well, Milan is a really big event there last year. It is the design capital of Europe, so I think it's appropriate to have a design conference there.
Mm.
I'm curious to know, why is the EODF kind of important to you all in your mission with the Org Design podcast?
Well, to me, I feel like EODF is something that it's a unique space where people are really open and honest and have kind of these discussions with heart. And it's such a strong community. One of the things I found last year is that it was almost like friends reuniting at EODF. And I think that part of that, of kind of friends reuniting from around the world and focusing on sort of the heart and the community of org design, is something that but both Tim and I are really passionate about with the Org Design podcast. And so we're not about heavy technicals or things like that, but it's about what is the heart or the human heart of org design.
Yeah. Yeah, I got so much FOMO when Damien came back from the conference last year. So I just think it's a really good fit for most of the attendees at the conference who are working in a firm or consulting to different people or working in organizations. I just think they have such interesting stories to tell. I guess for me, I think about how do we increase their impact on org design or on organizations that need help with their organization structure or processes that exist around that. And so this is a great way for us to be able to, I guess, echo or broadcast their story for those who want to share or feel comfortable. Um, and I think also it's just a great, um, just being at the event, recording content kind of naturally promotes EODF. And we think that that's good for the world too. Both me and Damien have had experience in organizations, being impacted by org design that's led without a human heart. And we think there's like a very, very high impact on individuals. And so we think getting the word out about that and how to do org design well, and learn from these great minds that get together at EODF, we think is just a really great opportunity for our listeners. And it's a great opportunity for us selfishly because we get to sit and have these amazing conversations with such cool people. And then we also want it to be good for the people that are coming and sharing on the podcast because we get to tell their story to such a big audience.
Cool. Yeah, it sounds like you guys have a lot of kind of synergy with the vibe of the EODF. It definitely is about community. Our agenda this year and every year is very much packed with kind of open space discussions. It's not a lot of just sitting listening to presentations. It's very interactive. People talking about, their real world experience, but then also some kind of exciting new paradigms to think about in org design. So we're really excited to have you there, and we're really
Thank
looking
you.
forward. So if we're at the conference and people see you, they should just come up and talk to you
Oh,
and have a chat. And
yeah,
that
100%.
would be
absolutely. Yeah, we'll have a spot. There'll be some podcasts we'll be recording at the event. But for those of you that are interested in coming on the podcast or know someone that you really want to hear from that you want to refer as a guest on the podcast, what we'll do is we'll share our referral link, that I'm sure you guys will have access to in content, or come by and say hi to us at conference. We're not going to be while we're recording is hard to say hi, but for the
Yeah.
rest of the conference, we're not going to be off doing other things. One of the challenges of juggling doing the recordings is me and Damien both want to be in all of the sessions, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So when we're not recording, we'll be in sessions and we'll have the Org Design podcast t-shirts on. Please come and say hi if you're interested in sharing your story. Then we'd love to have you on the show, and we'll happily work to book a time that works to have you come and share. And if you haven't listened to the Org Design podcast before, it's on all of the podcast platforms. Just Google the Org Design podcast, and it'll come up. And listen along, listen to a couple episodes. Some really, really good content dropping. There's another one that just landed this week, and it's also on YouTube as well. And we have a podcast site with a written version of the pods as well. So welcome for those that are interested to follow along as we continue to hear from such amazing people.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it better, Tim.
all right. Well, thanks to you both. I really appreciate sitting with me today, and I hope to see everyone who is watching this at the conference in a couple of weeks in Milan.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
Thanks, Heather.
All
Thanks,
right.
Tim. See you all
See everyone.
soon.
See you soon.
Nice. Yeah.